still hear me because I just realized I still have my Bluetooth speakers on. So, um, yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to do an explanation. So, over the holidays, I experienced some technical difficulties with my laptop. Um, we knew that my laptop was kind of it was a cheap grab during the pandemic, and we just didn't realize how cheap. We didn't realize so it had all right processing power for what it was. I mean, it was like an it was an HP Athlon Silver 14-inch. Um, we didn't know that the memory in it was so horrendous. I mean, we kind of figured this was like something they advertised for college kids to go to school with, and light gaming and all that stuff. And so when we got it, we were like, yeah, it'll be all right for a while. And it was. It was. You know, I've been making music using that very HP laptop, that 14-inch that I got during the pandemic. And everything's been good up until I got my MIDI controller for Christmas this year, just a couple days ago. Now I got to use it a few times, and I'm about to release. I released a couple of songs I used it on, and I'm about to release one of the metal albums that I used it on, my MIDI controller. So I did some organ work, I did some piano work for the album that you actually see in the background here. That's going to be coming out. And it's my first time doing it, and I'm very proud of it. And it was great. I got to do all this work, and see, that's why I kind of held off on some of this music because I kind of had an idea I might be getting this for Christmas. It was something that I kind of, I've been meaning to go and buy, but it's just tough because the economy's tough, so you got to pay bills. So it's just kind of hard to go out and just buy stuff like that for me, especially being as poor as I am. Not complaining. It is what it is. I could be poor, but anyways, so yeah, I got my MIDI controller for Christmas, and I got to do some music with it. And then there was a Windows update, and that was it. After the Windows update, we didn't realize that the HP laptop that I've been using only had 56 gigs of memory. Yeah, very, very abysmal, very pathetic. So when the update happened, and the Akari, well, somebody was saying something to be a jerk. I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I don't even know. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I'm in the process of getting a new laptop, a far far better laptop. Um, and I'm hoping to you know get back probably in the next. I'll be back up and going because all right, look, I got a passion project I'm doing. Right, you guys have noticed on my channel I do a lot of metal. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide the message, dude. I don't really do these lives often, and I don't know the controls, and I don't really pay attention to the comments, and I don't mean to be like that. I just want to come on and say what I. But anyway, so yeah, I got the MIDI controller, and I plugged it in. I got to like I said, I got to do the album back here, finish the album back here because I kind of like I said, I kind of knew I was getting this as a gift. And what's up, man? What's up? Um, I kind of knew I was getting this MIDI controller as a gift. So I was holding off to do this album that you see in the background to finish off the work because I wanted to do piano work and organ work. You know, I'm a guy. I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. Um, I'm a guy that I'm a guy that I love to experiment with music. I don't see it. Some are like I see music as like imagination. Like it's like telling a story, really, honestly. So when I kind of figured I was getting this as a gift, I did sorta. like that's why I was making this video. I did sort of have a good Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas too. Um, yeah, no, that's what I got a gift during Christmas. My MIDI controller and my computer completely shit the bed because it couldn't handle it. Anyways, yeah, let me get back to it. So here I am. I got this gift. I'm like, all right, I got this album done. I got all the organ work. I'm putting the videos out later tonight of this album. This is a straight up goth metal kind of album, and there's a lot of organ and piano work in there with some metal work, you know. Um, and you got to bear with me because I've never really done organ or piano. I messed around many years ago when I was in the psych ward, and they had a piano in there, and I, um, I went down there every day and I just kind of messed around with their piano, and that was years and years and years ago. So, so I've always wanted one, and my wife knew that. So she got this MIDI controller for my computer, and we hooked it up, and I got to do this album. And there's a passion project. See, I love Pink Floyd. I absolutely love Pink Floyd. I do. They're one of my most favorite freaking rock bands ever. So I have a passion project today. I've already put 3 songs up on here for called the album's called Colorful, and it's really a straight up Floyd passion project. And wow, you got a lot of W's. Um, so that's the thing. So I started to work on the next song for this passion project, and as I'm playing the organ for it, because it had the rock organ, like 2 different rock organs on there, and I'm playing the organ for it, and all of a sudden I see a an error on my computer. It says CPU crash. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I the CPU crashed on my computer trying to play a song. So, anyways, so this 14-inch HP that I have is no longer. So I've got to go and I have to. I'm not a streamer, dude. I don't stream. I do music. I don't stream. I do music. I do have plans to start streaming live stuff eventually, and I'm planning to hopefully, you know, yep. I have my music all over streaming platforms. If you want to go look it up, you can. It would be, I do rock and I do metal. I mostly do metal. I'll admit, I mostly do metal, but I do like to do some psychedelic rock. I mean, come on, I'm an old hippie. I'm an old stoner. I grew up to Pink Floyd and bands like that, the Doors and everything else, and that's I love that kind of rock, and I'm always wanted to make it, and now I have the ability, except that my PC crashed. So now, like I said, we're working on getting a far, far, far better laptop, and I mean it's far better than what I've had, and we're gonna get that going, and yeah, I'm really hoping to have the Akaya up and going again, and to I see I also opened up my amp, and I got this. It's crazy. I got this little Line 6 Spider V amp, man, and the amount, and like you can put custom tunes in it, and I got some crazy ass custom tunes, stuff from like Dimebag and stuff from like Metallica and Megadeth, and so there's different sounds now that I have with my guitar. I just literally opened up my guitar the other day and just like, wow. I plugged that thing into the computer and went to the site it told me to go to and unlocked it. It's like, oh my god, the sounds are freaking amazing. So there's a lot that's planned. It's just I'm set back a little bit for not having my PC right now. So when I get the new one up and going again, I will be making more music. Until then, I've got this album. All the videos are processing right now. I'm doing them right now. There's about 8 songs to this album. This is kind of a goth thrash metal kind of album. I do it's my first album doing the organ and the piano and it's there is a few songs on here. It was the start of this album. where I used some background music because at the time when I started doing this particular album, um, I wasn't sure because I wasn't even really thinking about Christmas. So um, until I saw my gift get put under the tree, that's when I said I'm stopping with any piano or organ stuff that I've used as background music because if that gift is what I think it is, I'm gonna do the piano and the organs myself. So yeah, there's like one or two songs where I did use some background music, um, and then when I realized that it was under the tree what I thought it was, I stopped immediately because I was like, you know what? Now I can do that shit myself. So in this album, minus two songs, I think it's like two songs, one or two songs, I can't remember. Um, I do play the piano, the organ, the guitar, the lead guitar, the rhythm guitar, sing, and I write the lyrics with Marcus Vid. Um, I've been helping him with his work too. He's got his work on the side that he's more particular than I am. He takes like he's so picky. So he's such a pain in the ass. And so he's back there like he's like taking his sweet ass time with music, and I get that. Me, I'm always in a rush. I want to make the next project, and just because right now, you know, there isn't a lot going on, so I'm always just kind of creating. But anyways, so I wanted to come on here and explain the slowness of my channel, I guess you could say. I'm a little behind on stuff for this album, but now I'm catching up. And this one I'm releasing tonight. Um, and then my passion project, I will be back to working on the album Colorful. I'll be back to working on when I get the other PC and I can get the Akaya fit in there and my guitar in there and everything in there. Um, I also right now I have a shitty mic, but I'm planning to get a new mic too soon. I'm doing a lot of investing to make things better. So, anyways, thanks. Sorry, needed to come on, do a live, just let you guys know. Just had a technical difficulty, and I will be back. I'll be back soon. I'll be back in probably the next week. With until then, like I said, these videos are going up tonight, and I'm putting this album out tonight. So until then, guys, y'all have a good time, and enjoy the new year.